it was the slender glass vial that sat alone on the center shelf that held my attention.
What? I think I'm getting bugs. There are definitely bugs in this tree. What, Did you find the thingy?
The liquor hepatus?
Yes. Now hush. I have to figure out how this case is protected. This is so exciting, Cyrene whispered. I've never been a part of one of your jobs before. Although this watching business is a bit boring, and I don't see that it's necessary if you said this mage is in England somewhere. I mean, after all, it's a mage.
The disdain in her voice was evident, even over the tinny radio. I never did understand what you have against mages.
They're just people like everyone else,
I murmured as I eyeballed the mundane electronic alarm.
Oh, they think they're so high and mighty with their arcane magic and deep, dark secrets of the universe. Bah! Give me a nice, simple, elemental spell any day. Mages are very overrated. I don't see why you don't just go in and get the thingy.
Overrated or not, Magoth said this particular mage was gone, but his staff is here, and not even a mage would leave something as valuable as an arcanum of the soul unguarded, I answered, disabling the alarm. Mages, as a rule, dislike modern security measures, usually preferring to rely on their own arcane resources, and the owner of the case before me was no different. I smiled at the spells woven into the wood itself, intended to keep intruders out. They had no effect on me, however, so once I tossed a small, aluminum-coated piece of cloth over the minute security camera bolted high in the corner of the room. It wouldn't do to have images of me recorded for all posterity. I simply opened up the case and reached for the vial. Something glimmered for a fraction of a second to the left of the liquor hepatus. I jerked my hand back, narrowing my eyes at it.
Did you remember to cover the camera? Cyrene asked suddenly. You don't want them seeing you when you decloak.
I'm not a Klingon bird of prey, Cy, I said absently, scanning the shelf holding the glass vial. There was nothing else visible. Had I seen just a reflection from the vial, perhaps? A bit of light creating a prism from the glass? Or perhaps the mage had done something to the vial that was beyond my experience.
No, but you can be seen when you do anything requiring concentration. Or so you say. I couldn't see you when you juggled at the party we gave in Marrakesh.
The discussion about you using me as a party trick is going to have to wait for another time, I murmured, shaking my head at my foolish thoughts. The owner of this house might be a mage, but he had a misplaced confidence in his ability to keep his liquor hepatus safe. I reached for it again, catching another momentary glimpse of something tantalizingly just out of the range of my vision.
Agathos daimon! What? Agathos daimon. It means good spirit. Yes, I know. I've heard you mutter it often enough. Why you can't swear like any normal person is beyond me. What are you agathosing about anyway?
I turned my head to the side, my peripheral vision catching the sight of a small lavender stone box sitting behind the vial. The second I tried to focus on the object, it vanished.
There's something else here. Something important. Important how? Can I come down out of this tree yet? I'm getting eaten alive here.
No, stay there until I'm out of the house. I removed the vial, securing it in an inner pocket of my leather bodice as I gave the case another look. But nothing was there. I turned my head again, my fingers groping blindly along the slick glass of the shelf. They closed on a small, cold square just as the lights in the room burst on.
Agamemnon's tears! Cyrene squawked in my ear. Someone's there! There's a car out front and lights just went on in 3 different rooms.
Thanks for the warning, I whispered through my teeth. Voices outside the room heralded someone's imminent approach. I glanced quickly around the room, desperately hunting for a dark corner where I might hide, but the room was far too bright for that.
I'm sorry, I was picking bugs off my arm and didn't see the car pull up. What's going on? Why are all the lights in the house on? Oh, no, I think...